One morning, Benjamin Bunny sat on a bank. He pricked his ears and listened to the trick-trot of a pony. A gig was coming along the road.
Gig and pony, trotting along the road, with a lady riding in a brand new hat. Isn't it a handsome load? Gig and pony, trotting along the way. Glory be, what a sight to see, all on a summer's day.
The lady in the bonnet was Mrs. McGregor, and driving at her side was Mr. McGregor.
Off to market, lots to buy. Lots of things to catch the eye. Off to market, all on a summer's day.
Gig and pony, trotting along the way. Glory be, what a sight to see, all on a summer's day, all on a summer's day.
As soon as they had passed, little Benjamin Bunny slid down into the road and set off with a hop, skip, and a jump to call upon his relations who lived in the wood at the back of Mr. McGregor's garden. The wood was full of rabbit holes, and in the neatest, sandiest hole of all lived Benjamin's aunt and his cousins, Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter.
We're a happy family, yes, a happy family, and we live at the foot of the big fir tree. Flopsy and Mopsy, how could they be sweeter, and funny little Cottontail and Peter.
Old Mrs. Rabbit was a widow. She earned her living by knitting rabbit wool mittens and muffetees. I once bought a pair at a bazaar. She also sold herbs and rosemary tea, and rabbit tobacco, which is what we call lavender. Little Benjamin did not very much want to see his aunt. He came round the back of the fir tree and nearly tumbled upon the top of his cousin Peter.
Careful there, you nearly trod on my tail. Oh, it's you, Benjamin.
Peter was sitting by himself. He looked poorly and was dressed in a red cotton pocket handkerchief.
Oh dear, I do get into some scrapes, don't I? Why do I do it? What can it be? There's naughtiness in everyone, but twice as much in me. I'd give the world if only I could now and again be good. Why do I do it? What is the cure? My brothers and my sisters find it easy, I am sure. No one believes I'd like to be good. Nevertheless, I would. I think a halo would suit me, dangling over my head. When they behold me, they wouldn't scold me. They'd say, well done instead. Why do I do it? Am I to blame? The others can be naughty, but it never seems the same. That's how I've been ever since I begun. Why do I do it? Why do I do it? Why do I do it? Because it's fun. Peter, who's got your clothes? The scarecrow in Mr. McGregor's garden. He chased me round with a rake, and my coat button got caught in a gooseberry net, so I had to take it off. Mr. McGregor? That's funny. I've just seen him trotting on the way to market. Mrs. McGregor was wearing her new bonnet, so they must have gone for the whole day. Then I hope it rains. Gig and pony, trotting along the road, with a lady riding in a brand new hat. Isn't it a handsome load? Gig and pony, trotting along the way. Glory be, what a sight to see, all on a summer's day, all on a summer's day.
Cottontail, fetch me some more chamomile for Peter.
Oh dear, that's Mother. I think it would be better if we went for a walk.
They went away hand in hand and got upon the flat top of the wall at the bottom of the wood. From here they looked down into Mr. McGregor's garden.
Look, Peter, there's your coat and shoes on the scarecrow. Let's creep in and get them. It spoils people's clothes to squeeze under a gate. The proper way to get in is to climb down a pear tree. I'll go first. Careful, Peter. Mind how you go. That branch isn't very strong. It's all right. I won't fall. Oh, I did.
Peter fell head first onto the ground, but luckily the bed below had been newly raked and was quite soft. It had just been sown with lettuces. Benjamin was wearing little clogs, so they left a great many footmarks.
Now, Peter, the first thing to do is to get your clothes.
Peter's coat and shoes were plainly to be seen upon the scarecrow, topped with an old tam-o'-shanter of Mr. McGregor's, so they took them off. There had been rain during the night, so there was water in the shoes, and the coat was somewhat shrunk. Benjamin tried on the tam-o'-shanter.
It's too big for you.
Peter, let's fill your red pocket handkerchief with onions as a present for Mrs. Rabbit.
But Peter didn't seem to be enjoying himself. He kept hearing noises.
What was that?
I didn't hear anything. Here, have a lettuce leaf.
I thought I heard someone.
What are you worrying about? I often come here with my father to get lettuce for Sunday dinner. They certainly are fine lettuces. Do have some. The lettuce in this garden we count our very own. And every day we meet here to see what has been sown. We love McGregor's garden and watch with tender care to make quite sure that not one leaf is left to wither there.
We're a happy family, yes, a happy family, and we live at the foot of the big fir tree. Flopsy and Mopsy, how could they be sweeter? And funny little Cottontail and Peter.
Peter didn't eat anything. He said he should like to go home. Presently he dropped half the onions.
We can't get back up that pear tree with a load of vegetables. Let's try this way.
He led the way boldly towards the other end of the garden. They went along a little walk on planks under a sunny red brick wall. The mice sat on their doorsteps cracking cherry stones. They winked at Peter Rabbit and little Benjamin Bunny. Presently Peter let the pocket handkerchief go again. They got amongst the flower pots and frames and tubs. Peter was a step or two in front of his cousin when he suddenly stopped.
Look, Benjamin.
Oh dear, it's a cat.
A great big tubby cat. A cat is the sort of a chap or a girl who will eat for a treat rabbit meat. It will creep, it will leap, will fake sleep, use deceit, just to eat for a treat rabbit meat. The moral is clear, of cats beware. Patter feet, quick retreat, life is sweet.
Quick, hide.
Come on, underneath the basket.
Little Benjamin took one look, and then, in half a minute, less than no time, he hid himself and Peter and the onions underneath a large basket. The cat got up and stretched herself and came and sniffed at the basket. Perhaps she liked the smell of onions. Anyway, she sat down upon the top of the basket. She sat there for 5 hours. The sun got round behind the wood, and it was quite late in the afternoon. But still the cat sat upon the basket.
Do you think she'll ever go away?
I'm so stiff.
We can't stay here the rest of our lives.
Underneath the old puss-cat, you and I together, facing any weather, talking of this and that. Underneath the old puss-cat,
Underneath the old puss-cat, we are not downhearted, but we wish we'd never started having our cozy chat underneath the old puss-cat.
darkness is all around, onions are making us cry.
But if we make any sound, we'll be rabbit pie underneath the old puss-cat. Not a healthy outing, still there's little doubting. Very few of us have sat inside a basket underneath an old puss-cat.
At length there was a pitter-patter, pitter-patter, and some bits of mortar fell from the wall above. The cat looked up and saw old Mr. Benjamin Bunny prancing along the top. He was smoking a pipe of rabbit tobacco and had a little switch in his hand.
Where's that son of mine? I'll give him something when I find him. Ah, a cat. I don't think very much of cats.
He took a tremendous jump off the wall onto the top of the cat and cuffed it off the basket into the greenhouse and locked the door. Then he came back to the basket and took out his son Benjamin by the ears.
Come here, Benjamin, my boy.
No, Father, don't hold me by the ears. Ah!
Now you, Peter.
Ah! Oh!
Then he took the handkerchief of onions and marched out of the garden. Mr. McGregor returned home about half an hour later, and he couldn't understand why there were so many funny little footsteps all over his garden, and how the cat had locked himself in the greenhouse. But by this time, Benjamin Bunny and Peter were safely home. When Peter got home, his mother forgave him because she was so glad to see that he had found his shoes and coat. Cottontail and Peter folded up the pocket handkerchief, and Mrs. Rabbit strung up the onions, hung them from the kitchen ceiling with the bunches of herbs and the rabbit tobacco.
My name is Mrs. Rabbit, and happy is my lot. See what beautiful children I have got. I work for them and care for them and teach them how to be most respected members of the bunny family.
We're a happy family, yes, a happy family, and we live at the foot of the big fir tree. Flopsy and Mopsy
How could they be sweeter?
and funny little Cottontail and Peter